welcome Stephen Skybell.
Jeden soll sein freilich, schon nicht lang, ich hoff. Jews, let's all be happy. I hope it won't be long. Sagt bald die Milchome, es kommt bald sehr sof. Soon the war will finish, and they'll have to change their song. Freilich nur nicht Sorgen, und nicht darum kein Trieb. Be happy, don't worry, don't go around with gloom. Hat Geduld, betochen, und nehmt als unverlieb. Und nehmt als unverlieb. Have faith and patience and take it all with love. Yes, take it all with love. Ja, hat betochen und nehmt als unverlieb. Ja, und nehmt als unverlieb. Only faith and patience, but keep in your hands our old faithful weapons from our native land. Sing and dance, you butchers, long it will not take. Once there was a Haman, and his will be your fate. Yes, his will be your fate. Jij, die gewinnen haben, es wird auf euch sein Sof. Es wird auf euch sein Sof. Jews can bear the pain and the hardest labor. We can stand the strain. Sweeping, let us sweep then. We know what they mean. But despite the sweeping, there's nothing will be clean. No, nothing will be clean. Schwet doch nicht werden rein. Schwet doch nicht werden rein. Washing, let us wash then, the blood-red mark of Cain. But poor Abel's heart blood will wash away in vain. Chase us from our homes now, cut our beards as well. Jews, let's all be happy, for they can go to hell. Yes, they can go to hell. Waschen soll sein waschen, Kains reinte Fleck. Hebels Blut von Herzen, das wascht sich nicht weg. Treibt uns von die Tieres, schneit uns ab die Bird. Jeden soll sein freilich, wir haben sie entdreht, wir haben sie entdreht. Wir haben sie entdreht. Yes, they can go to hell. Wir haben sie entdreht. Yes, they can go to hell.
Chicago, please welcome your host, Rabbi Charles Savenor.
We are here. We are here, Chicago. It's really, it's wonderful for me personally to be back. Chicago holds a very, very special place in my heart. I really do think it really is the first city in the country. And a special shout out to my home away from home, the Emmet Synagogue community. This evening tonight we gather to commemorate Kristallnacht, which took place 85 years ago. On November 9th and 10th, 1938, Nazi leaders unleashed a series of pogroms against the Jewish population of Germany. This government-sanctioned targeted wave of vandalism and destruction of Jewish-owned businesses, synagogues, and homes literally littered the streets with shattered glass. Beyond the physical damage, Kristallnacht destroyed any semblance of security for German Jews. Over 30,000 Jewish males were rounded up and taken to concentration camps, essentially kidnapped that night, only to be followed by homosexuals, political protesters, gypsies, Roma. But the night of broken glass was the first time Nazi officials made massive arrests of Jews, specifically because they were Jews. Kristallnacht, as we know, represents just one horrific chain of events during the Holocaust that took the lives of over 6 million Jews and millions of other civilians who were systematically murdered by the Nazis in the concentration camps, killing fields, and the ghettos. The song we just heard, which was performed by the amazing Steven Skydel, is called Minuten von Betuchen, which means moments of security, moments of certainty. It was written by the Yiddish songwriter Mordechai Gebertig in the Krakow ghetto. The defiant lyrics encourage Jews to be patient, as we just heard, and strong, with the conviction that justice will come and justice will be done to their enemies. Be happy. Don't worry. Don't go around with gloom. Live with faith and patience, and take it all with love. During the war, this song connected so strongly with the hearts of the Jews of Krakow that the underground Jewish resistance, the partisans, embraced it as their anthem. Months later, in 1942, when Mordechai refused to get on a train for deportation, Nazis shot him and killed him in cold blood on the spot. Moments of certainty. Nothing could be farther from the truth on November 9th, 1938. Certainty and security were a fading dream during an ongoing nightmare. Tonight's concert brings us together to remember the 6 million, and equally important, to celebrate their courage in the face of unimaginable cruelty and intentional evil. We notice that this opening piece in many of the songs this evening may actually sound a little peppy, scrappy, and even, I dare say, happy. Not necessarily what we might expect from a Holocaust concert. It might be what we expect from an amazing concert at the Salt Shed, which, by the way, I'm glad you all found it. It's great. But a Holocaust concert? The truth is, the music of the Holocaust is not all sad. We will discover that when life is uncertain, not every thought was about death. The beautiful music we will hear this evening is as much about love, hope, faith, and family as it is about sadness, longing, and despair. This opening piece, Moments of Security, in almost every song tonight, however, pose a challenge for us. These songs sound like they could have been written today, or at least within the last 30 days. Moments of certainty. Nothing could be farther from the truth today for the Jewish community. Certainty and security feel elusive, out of reach, and perhaps just an illusion. I'm writing these words this morning, finishing up the talk, and I get a call from a friend in Jerusalem. Your son is okay. Turn on the news. There was an attack, it says in the old city. It was near the old city. But we just spoke to your son and he's okay. I need to name the elephant in the room. The massacres perpetrated by Hamas 30 days ago in Israel and the onslaught of anti-Semitism worldwide has left the Jewish community scared, scarred, and uncertain. Let me be clear. We mourn the loss of all innocent lives on both sides of this conflict. We stand against hatred in all forms, and in many ways, that's the genesis of our concert. But hatred is spreading. Hatred is spreading. Expressions of hatred and violence towards the Jewish people have dramatically increased in the last 5 years. When I bumped into Antelis on the street when he told me about his dream that we're actualizing here tonight, let alone the past 30 days. But it isn't just anti-Semitism. All forms of hatred, racism, and bigotry are on the rise, online and in the streets, in supermarkets, schools, college campuses, and at community celebrations. Fear and hatred threaten to break the bonds of our society. Thus, we cannot but wonder, 80 years after the Holocaust, whether the words "never again" can ever have meaning again. When attacks against Jews around the world happen again and again, never again has tragically become a question. If the Holocaust taught us anything, hatred begins with words, and it ends with pain, shame, and loss of life. At a moment of great uncertainty, it would be too easy to hide, to retreat, and be silenced. But the music of the Holocaust keeps reminding us, pushing us, inspiring us to move forward. In response to the hatred in our uncertain times, our production team turned towards love. Instead of retreating, we widened our eyes. We invited different voices to sing, remember, and hope. And the answer time after time was, count me in. We are here. And whenever our team questioned whether our idealistic vision was too big or too late or in the past few weeks too risky, your enthusiasm for this experience exclaimed, "We are here." And suddenly this concert underwent a transformation from a sacred commemoration of history to a public declaration of hope and understanding today. Friends, we use the words hope, peace, and they're like chicken soup for the soul, you know? But the idea of peace and hope can be very threatening. Hatred's a hard thing to let go of. If only we knew the right song. These songs were written 80 years ago, but they have a powerful message for us today. They remind us of the damage evil can do as much as the power each one of us possesses to respond. It means so much to us, our team, that we are here. Not just that we are here, but that we are here together. Ira Antelis and I and the whole production team are excited to welcome to the Salt Shed elected officials, foreign dignitaries, faith leaders, Holocaust educators, media personality, Bill Curtis, the voice of God, by the way, and students of all ages. Further, tonight we are honored that several Holocaust survivors are with us. Your lives are an inspiration to all of us about perseverance and faith and hope, and your presence elevates the significance of this moment. In the face of daily degradation and unspeakable horror, the Jews living during the Shoah, the Holocaust, tapped into a reservoir of strength and hope, frequently expressed through song. These songs that we're going to hear tonight are a roadmap of how we can face uncertainty in our time, with the conviction that tomorrow can be better than today. Let us sing, "We Are Here."
Please welcome WGN Radio's Bob Surratt.
From the fiery anthem of our opening song, we transition to an intimate ballad of love and mourning. What you will be hearing in a second here, the voice of writer and activist Shmerka Kajerginski. In September of 1941, tens of thousands of Jews from the Vilna region of Lithuania were forcibly taken to the ghetto. Understanding the danger, Shmerka tried to evade capture by pretending to be a deaf mute to hide his thick Yiddish accent. Ultimately, by spring of 1942, he was in the Vilna ghetto along with his wife and the love of his life, Barbara Kaufman.
Menschen aus Opfer Shavon. Es leuchtet mein Heimat, der Himmel, der Bläue, whatever dich ist der Punkt. Hier steht die Bettler bei jedem Feuer und du ab die Stelle oh, Frühling, nimm zu mein Feuer und bring meine Liebste, mein Treue zurück. Frühling, auf deiner Flügelbläue und nimm meine Hand mit und bring es zu mein Lieb. Auf deine Flügelbläue und nimm meine Hand mit und bring es zu mein Lieb.
Remember the good times that we shared together.
Though time took our love way too soon,
I go to work shattered as I think about you each night as I stare at the moon.
please think of the good times when we held each other.
Although I've been gone for a while,
Your kiss, oh so gentle, your eyes, they still warm me.
I'll always remember your smile.
Oh, springtime, what good is springtime? What good is sunshine when you are away? Springtime, you shine upon my sorrow, but still tomorrow is as bleak as today. Springtime, I'm drowning in my sorrow.
sun is so fierce that the flowers have faded.
They wilt in the wintry air. I see you each morning, I see you each evening.
I still look for you every night.
The place that you loved me,
The place that you kissed me, the place that you held me so tight. Oh, springtime, what good is springtime? What good is sunshine when you are away? Springtime, you shine upon my sorrow, but still tomorrow is as bleak as today. Springtime, I'm drowning in my sorrow. There's no tomorrow since you've gone away.
Please welcome digital educator Raven Schwamm Curtis and Lourdes Duarte of WGN Television.
Street Singer of the Warsaw Ghetto by Reuven Lifshitz tells the story of a young child who lost his entire family, a tale far too common in German-occupied Poland's largest ghetto, where 500,000 Jews were confined. The child plays music for donations on the street to survive, and the call for resistance at the end of the song foreshadows the Warsaw Ghetto Uprising that occurred a month later, when 700 young Jewish fighters took up arms and thousands more refused deportation to the Treblinka killing center.
After liberation of the Nazi concentration camps in 1945, Lifshitz returned to Germany, where he had a prolific career and founded a review theater. He died in Chicago in 1975, but the United States Holocaust Museum has never been able to trace a family member and are still seeking information today. As a survivor, he espoused in these articles, poetry, and song lyrics with his mantra, "When you live, you experience." Tonight, we get a glimpse of his experience during the darkest days of the Holocaust. And now, Chicago Theater's Omi Lichtenstein.
I'd like to dedicate this song to my great-grandma, Sonia Garfield, who was a little bit younger than me when she escaped Lithuania.
Oh, good morning, people passing. Throw us a crust of bread. Bread, then God will send his blessing, and from want you will be shed. I once had a father, mother, 3 pretty sisters so dear, 3 pretty sisters so dear. They're gone with smoke and fire, and I am left all alone here. With of blight. May the ghetto drown in our curses, and with it those builders of light.
Please welcome Richard Roper of the Chicago Sun-Times and Roz Varon of ABC 7.
Isn't this amazing so far? Incredible, right? Just absolutely beautiful. The unique experiences of those who suffered at the camps were as diverse as the people. Jehovah's Witnesses, Sinti and Roma people, queer people, and Jewish people were among the groups of Nazi-declared state enemies who endured inhumane conditions for their identities alone. And yet these diverse people shared something universal, and that's the human desire to survive. In our next song, poet Jacob Rabinovich articulates his will to survive in a way that is not only true across all peoples, but across time, in words that are particularly resonant this very day. Rabinovich was executed just 2 hours before the British Army arrived to liberate the Prechu concentration camp.
Joanna Spector, the composer, did see liberation, after which she immigrated to the United States, where she devoted the rest of her life to the study and conservation of Jewish music. She founded the ethnomusicology department at the Jewish Theological Seminary and taught there for 40 years, amassing a collection of 10,000 religious and folk recordings. In a way, heeding the call of Rabinovich, who wrote from the camp, "Let my testament be the echoing songs I leave for my tormented brothers and sisters." Here to sing Mein Savoy is the Hadar Institute's Rabbi Deborah Sachs-Mintz.
I want to live. I don't want to die. I don't want to wear shattered glass over my eyes anymore. I want to live to see the day when my brothers and my sisters stop suffering this way. I know this day will come, not now, but soon. And for now, I will put my hope and my will into this song for eternity. Ich will also leben, ich will noch nicht sterben, mehr soll mir aufweigen, nicht leben, kein Scherben. Ich will noch der Lieben, die glückliche Zeit, zu sehen meine Brüder von Leiden befreit. Die Zeit ist nicht weit, das muss bald geschehen. Ich aber muss fallen, al Kiddush Hashem. Ich lass mein Savoye, die klingende Lieder. Für meine Gemater der Schwester und Brüder. Yes, this day will come. Till then I'll hold on. And whoever hears me, I'll sing them my song for the rest of my days, for every endeavor. I will put my hope in this song. For meine gematterte Schwester und Brüder.
My name is Rabbi Michael Siegel. I'm the senior rabbi at the Antelis Synagogue. Erev Tov, good evening. 85 years ago, on November 9th and 10th of 1938, over 1,000 synagogues were burned. Over 7,000 Jewish-owned businesses vandalized. Jewish cemeteries, hospitals, and schools were damaged across Germany. While we call it Kristallnacht, the night of broken glass, the name does not capture what took place that November. It was actually a national pogrom waged against the Jews of Germany. From those days forward, Jewish life in Europe was forever changed. The song Dieselbe Gassen und Tramwehen illustrates how a flourishing city you know so well can be rendered unrecognizable. Vilna had been the great center of Jewish life, and suddenly it was transformed into a crowded ghetto, a virtual prison in which Jews were forced to live. Casriel Broido was the director of the ghetto theater, and his songs were widely known and sung throughout the Vilna ghetto and beyond. The melody of Must It Be That Way is a tango written before the war, emphasizing the contrast between the past and the present, between those who still get to dance and those who live hungry and humiliated. The title of Briodo's song, Must It Be This Way, has a terrible, terrible resonance 85 years after Kristallnacht. Here to sing is pop star Justin Jesso.
The same old streets, the same old streetcars, numbers 11 and 4. The same young boys who try and meet cars, buy a newspaper they implore. The self-same sky, but something's not right. The man beneath the sky, uncomprehending, shines the sunlight, and I hear a voice inside me cry. And must one man great happiness, while yet another lives in distress. And who was it that did say the world shall be this way? I ask, it eats my heart out. Must it be this way? Yes, be this way. For them the boulevards and squares, while I live in a slum. Why must I suffer mocking stares? I weep hot tears till I grow numb. What's this inscription on the wall? You may not go past here. Why do I give my home my all? At night I lay me down in fear. And must it be this way? Must it be this way? Fate gives one man great happiness, while yet another lives in distress. Who was it that did say the world shall be this way? I ask, it eats my heart out. Must it be this way? Yes, be this way. I ask, it eats my heart out. Must it be this way? Yes, be this way.
Please welcome Bret Werb of the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum and Kelly Zaney of the Illinois Holocaust Museum and Education Center.
Hi, Chicago. I've stepped up here to say a few words about how the songs on tonight's program happened to come down to us. When I arrived in Washington many years ago, my task was to build a music collection for the then new museum. The goal was to find objects, recordings, music scores, song sheets, diaries, memoirs, anything that documented music making in the ghettos and camps. What I actually found was, for me, truly eye-opening, because what I found was that this work of rescuing the evidence had already been done by men and women infinitely more qualified for the job. Poets, playwrights, folklorists, educators, historians, survivors of the ghettos and camps, and their colleagues from the diaspora had set to work even while the war still raged. And in its aftermath, saw to it that the material they'd painstakingly collected from the Jewish displaced persons would be preserved in archives and in print. By and large, this material consisted of Yiddish songs written and sung by the people, men, women, and children caught up in genocidal war. The partisan fighter and song collector Kaczerginski recalled, day-to-day Jewish life in the ghetto with all its attendant phenomena, jail, death, forced labor, the Gestapo, Jewish power holders, internal issues, and so on, found its mirror in this bloody folklore. Easily learned and passed along, seared in the memory of those who survived, many of these songs testified to events and experiences otherwise lost to history. Israel Kaplan, another important collector of Shoah songs, observed that for the survivors, quote, memory is our archive. Historians anxious to gather proof of Nazi transgressions regarded this repertoire as primary source material, useful perhaps as evidence in war crimes trials. In time, however, it became apparent that the literature of the Shoah, the poems, folk songs, and other creative outpourings spared from destruction, would constitute the last great phase of Yiddish artistic expression on its native European soil. That most of the song collecting was done among Yiddish speakers and appeared in Yiddish publications meant that this repertoire became increasingly invisible in the decades following the war, and needless to say, for reasons directly attributable to that war. So, concluding this short story, I had only to open my eyes to documents long since deposited in archives and to books already on shelves in order to accomplish the large part of this music collection building mission. Some of these early songbooks are in the spotlight tonight. They're the sources for many of the songs we've been hearing. Credit where credit is due, so credit also to Ira Antelis and the creative team behind tonight's program. Upholding the legacy of the pioneering music scholars Ruth Rubin and Chana Molotek, they are bridging the culture gap and bringing this repertoire to the attention of new generations of performers, such as those shining on this stage tonight. Thank you.
The songs and testimony we hear this evening speak to one of the purposes of Holocaust remembrance and education, and is core to the mission and work of Illinois Holocaust Museum. It is simply this: to tell the story. Each one of the victims we remember today represents a story, a human life, albeit a story and life cut short. Years from now, it is these individual stories and the stories of those who survived, along with the lessons they implore us to teach, the complexities of human behavior, the legacies of prejudice and discrimination, and the destructive force of indifference. They serve as a warning and ones we must continue to not only learn, but to teach. It is the stories that we will need to be the key to the future of continued awareness and knowledge of the Holocaust, told by the descendants, community members, leaders, singers, and musicians like this evening, and by museums like ours. This is one way that will keep the history alive as we mark 85 years since the November pogrom. The next two songs will be performed as a duet. First, a Yiddish kind, a Jewish child. As a teenager, Hannah Heighton worked in a brush factory in a ghetto in German-occupied Lithuania, where she wrote songs for her fellow workers to sing. She was deported to several camps and carried her music to each before her liberation in 1945. A Yiddish kind describes the fate of many children who were hidden and in some cases raised by non-Jews. These brave individuals risked their own lives to save others. In hiding, the young children were encouraged to forget their Jewish names and their past lives, erasing their identities in order to survive. Our second song, Rifkala de Shabastika by Pesach Kaplan, reflects on a massacre in Bialystok during the first 2 weeks of German occupation, when 4,000 Jews were murdered in an open field. Many women heard news of their husband's demise but did not believe it, so they continued to wait for them and became known as the Sabbath Widows. To sing A Yiddish Child and the Sabbath Widow are international recording artist Cheryl Wilson and singer-songwriter Susie McCollum.
In a Lithuanian town stands a house off to one side. Through a window not to out far and wide. Little boys with agile heads, little girls with golden braids, and together there with them, two dark eyes look so afraid. He has dark eyes full of charm and a small little nose and lips only for kissing, wearing his only clothes. It's his mother who brought him here, wrapped up in the night, kissed him fiercely and bewailed. She held him oh so tight. Rivkala, the Sabbath one in a factory toys, weaves a strand into a strand, weaves a braided coil. Oh, the gloomy ghetto stands much too long, and her heart with so much pain, rueful and forlorn. Her devoted Herschela, he has gone away. Since that fateful Saturday, since that time, that day, sits in mourning, Rivkala mourns the day and night, turns the wheel of her machine, thinking of her plight. This your place, where is he, this oh is your darling one, does he still live where? I am leaving you concentration camp, is he slaving there? Oh, how dreadful is his lot, how horrible is mine. Since that fateful Saturday, since you're no longer that day, you're no
Please welcome Pastor Chris Harris of Bright Star Church, Chicago.
I know what they have asked me to say, but on a night like tonight and in the season like this, I must add what I must say. To all of my Jewish brothers and sisters, as long as there is an African American Christian pastor on the south side of Chicago, know that you will never, ever be alone. As long as there's Bright Star and St. James, you will never, ever be alone. As long as there's a Pastor Chris Harris, you will never, ever be alone. I know you can't see them because the lights are down, but I brought some black friends with me too tonight. Make some noise for them as well. Now close your eyes. Close your little eyes. Turns the lullaby upside down. A mother sings to her child, that their home is being burned to the ground. Father is not coming home. And the wind will accompany them to the ends of the earth. Not exactly twinkle, twinkle, little star. This inverted lullaby was set to an original tango melody by the famed Yiddish composer, David Begelman, who also conducted a ghetto orchestra. For 5 years, lyricist Isaiah Spiegel wrote songs and stories for the Lodz Ghetto Theater in German-occupied Poland. Before being deported, he buried his manuscripts and eventually returned them, dig them up after liberation in 1945. My friends, Spiegel's stories fight hate with humanity. These writers, these songs, and their message are uniquely Jewish, but universally human. They remind us that we need to take care of each other, support one another. Today in this room, and every day around the world, no matter the effort, the biggest crimes come from small deeds of pushing aside those who are seen as different from us. And now, dear Evan Hansen's Zachary Noah Pizer.
Close your little eyes, soon little birds will fly in circles everywhere. They'll flutter by your bed, your head up on your hand, the house in ash and sand. We leave my darling child in search of life. God's from the world withdrawn. The black night fills each dawn. She waits for us with horror and with dread. We both are standing here with terror always near, not knowing where our road has led. Naked we were thrown, chased from our loving home in darkest night to open field, in wind and hail and storm, by fearsome currents borne forth into the depths of the earth. And though I did survive, the scars, they're still alive. But not a word I keep unto myself. The evil I've been through from those I never knew, who hate for reasons I don't understand. We must be better, I believe we can.
Please welcome Yonam Cohen, Consul General of Israel to the Midwest.
Good evening. When the Germans occupied Czechoslovakia, Ilse Weber was able to send her elder son, Hanush, to safety in Sweden through a Kindertransport, or child transport, while Ilse, her husband, and their younger son, Tommy, were sent to a concentration camp. There, Ilse worked nights in the children's hospital, doing all she could for the patients without the help of medicine. She wrote poems and set many of them to music, singing and playing guitar for the children and the elderly. 2 years later, when her husband was deported to Auschwitz-Birkenau, she and Tommy went with him so as not to break up their family. On October 6, 1944, when the children in Ilse's care were ordered to the gas chambers, she voluntarily decided to accompany them so that she could provide comfort in their last moments. It is said that she sang to her son and many other children as they entered the gas chambers. Perhaps she sang this very lullaby, Vigale. Our lyric translation tonight features Weber's children's name in the song: Tommy, who died that day, and Hanush, who lived into his 90s in Sweden. Tonight, we not only remember those whose lives were lost, but the thousands whose childhood was brought to a sudden end. Hanush authored several books dedicated to spreading his mother's songs and legacy, and named his son Tommy after his brother. I'm going to go off script with your permission for a moment. As we're gathered here tonight to commemorate 85 years to Kristallnacht, or Pogromnacht, we will also commemorate tomorrow 1 month to October 7th pogrom in Israel, the biggest slaughter of Jews since the Holocaust. One of the many horrible things that happened during Kristallnacht, or Pogrom Night, was the labeling and the attack on Jewish businesses. When it happens 85 years later, here in Chicago or New York and elsewhere in the country, the labeling and even the attack on Jewish businesses, it is very wrong. When a Jewish man of 65 years old is beaten to death in Los Angeles only for peacefully carrying an Israeli flag, it is very wrong. We must all stand together against anti-Semitism. We must all prove together that never again are not just empty words. Now back to my script. Thank you. Please welcome Grammy Award winner Musiker and Grammy nominee and composer of The Color Purple, Brenda Russell.
Good evening. Don't you cry, close your eyes, Tommy. The wind sings with your mommy. It plays so sweetly through the trees. The nightingale sings with the breeze. Close your eyes, don't you cry, Tommy. The wind sings with your mommy. Don't you cry, close your eyes, Evan. The moon, she shines from heaven. Lantern in her tent up high. A twinkle in her tired eye. Close your eyes, don't you cry, Evan. The moon, she shines from heaven. Don't you cry, close your eyes on us. The world is silent upon us. No sound disturbs your peace and rest. My baby huddled in your nest. Close your eyes, don't you cry on us. The moon is silent upon us.
Please welcome Brad Edwards of CBS 2.
Shalom Aleichem. I've been moved tonight. 22 years ago, my godmother, Barb Edwards, I'm Brad Edwards, boarded a flight. It was American Airlines Flight 77. It crashed into the Pentagon. I empathize with you. The story of this song is it was September 6, 1941. Rikla Glaser was just 16 years old. That day, thousands of Jews from her home community, Vilna, were shot and buried in the mass graves of Ponari. Shortly after, Rikla was deported to a concentration camp. But she managed to escape the train. She joined the resistance fighters in the forest surrounding Vilna. Of 60,000 Jews in Vilna, 3,000 saw liberation. 1 in 20 survived. Rikla wrote the words to our next song, A Lovely Summer's Day, in the midst of profound loss. The song's melody was made famous by Herman Yablokov, an icon of the Yiddish theater in America. He believed in the healing power of music. He recruited renowned singers to lend their voices to critical concerts overseas, much like what we are doing here tonight. Here is cantor Danny Mendelson to sing Rikla's song. Remember that teenager from Vilna, where 60,000 died, a mere 3,000 survived? She survived. So did her song. Here is Rikla's It Was a Lovely Summer's Day.
It was a lovely summer's day, just like the one before. The sun, the breeze, the grass, the trees, no cloud in sight, we swore. Over cheerful sounds of birdsong I had heard, but thought I was wrong. We were going to the ghetto, but what for? The road stretched far and hurt our feet. No end in sight was near. I think that looking at us, even stones would shed a tear. As they marched us like in battle, we were sacrificed like cattle. Our blood flowed in the town that once was here. And on the day our line was fully crossed, we understood that everything was lost. Of no use was our pleading for a savior from our bleeding. They took us from our homes, going door to door. Now in a cage we're tortured and forsaken, deceived by very lives that they have taken. Some without father, without mother, rarely we have each other. They've achieved their final goal, it's clear. Mir versparte Fortung in Angst, verbeinigte von Leben, obgenaute und versammte. Wenn du na Taten und am Haben selten wäre sie zusammen, der Sonnen ob der Recht sein größten Ziel. Now in a cage we're tortured and forsaken, deceived by very lives that they have taken. Some without father, without mother, rarely we have each other. They've achieved their final goal, it's clear. Oh, if was sein in Sachen von Kompromiss, von die eine keine Schames. Ja, not sei einfach weg, zur Gana. Es wird der Peuton unser Drott mir seinen Tor.
We are here, we are here.
Kommen, bett doch unser reusgebänkte Schor.
We are here, we are here.
Wir berollen kein das Lied Wunder zu Tor.
We are here, we are here.
Jetzt wird der Peuton unser Dreuzen dankt in Draw.
Never say this is the final road for you. Don't let God's make cover days of blue.
As the hour that we long for is so near, our steps speed out the message, we are here. As the hour that we long for is so near, our steps speed out the message, we are here.
From lands so green with palms to lands all white with snow, we'll be coming with our anguish and our woe.
And where a spurt of blood fell on the earth, there our courage and our spirit have rebirth. And where a spurt of blood fell on the earth, our courage and our spirit have rebirth, have rebirth, have rebirth.
Our courage and our spirit have rebirth,
have rebirth, have rebirth.
our courage and our spirit have rebirth. This song is written with our blood, not with lead. This is no song for free birds flying overhead.
But the people of it crumbling walls were here. They sang the song and sang it without fear. But the people of it crumbling walls were here. They sang the song and sang it without fear. Without fear, without fear. They sang a song and sang it without fear. Without fear, without fear. They sang a song and sang it without fear.
Music is the fuel of movements, whether black, white, Jewish, Christian, or Muslim. People of all backgrounds have used protest songs to stand up for the wrongs of the world. And we'll continue raising our voices when the need arises, affirming that we shall overcome. This song was written by Hirsch Glick, inspired by the Warsaw Ghetto Uprising, April 1943. Though thousands of Jews were killed, the good trouble they caused went on to inspire many others. Though thousands of Jews were killed, the good trouble they caused. Listen, those who were hiding in forests singing this song, destroying railroad tracks, killing Nazis, a battle song for peace. Will you please show some love for the We Are Here ensemble? We have to show peace.
We are here.
We're here as one, we're here together.
We are here.
It's time we make a chance forever.
We are here. Oh, put your hands up in the sky. We are here. It's for everyone, yes, you and I. We are here.
It's time that we are made to stand.
We are here.
Spread it all across the land.
We are here. Oh, yes, we are. Oh, yes, we are. We are here. Come on.
Please welcome actor David Madison Eigenberg and former Chicago Bear Charles Peanut Tillman.
Mashpuka.
What he said.
There we go.
What's up, everybody?
Yeah, we didn't get the right page. All right, messed it up. All right. Somebody want? Here. Maybe this is it. Here we go. I found it. Leib Opeskin, a devoted teacher and writer, co-founded the Vilna Ghetto underground movement. Before the war, his revolutionary activities led to a 2-year jail term and stripped him of his teaching rights. In the ghetto, he put his teaching skills and revolutionary fervor to use by creating Yiddish versions of Soviet songs.
On July 11th, 1944, the partisans planned a daring escape from the Vilna Ghetto. Tragically, the Gestapo intercepted the plan and Leib was found dead on a bloodied notebook with his songs just a day before Vilna was liberated. He is remembered for his relentless dedication to the partisan cause, providing morale for the fighters through music.
Here to sing Why Is the Sky is the lead singer of a little-known band from Lombard, Illinois, called the Plain White Tees, Tom Higginson.
Why in the past was the sky so much brighter? Joy everywhere to be seen. And why is the sun, which could never be brighter, clouded now, angry and mean? And why is the sun, which could never be brighter, clouded now, angry and mean? Tears flow in the streets, the heavens are crying, stories told in my eyes. So can one forget what has happened, and yet we think of home as we agonize? So can one forget all that's happened, and yet we think of home as we agonize? We think of love as we lose hope, and when it's tough, we hold each other close. We think of love as we lose hope, and when it's tough, we hold each other close. Wipe all your tears, get rid of the worries. Mourning is not worthwhile. It could happen today, certainly by tomorrow the sun will shine and everyone will smile. It could happen today, certainly by tomorrow the sun will shine, yes, everyone will smile. As we look back to time gone by, it's only then we begin to cry. So much was taken, so much that's gone. Our family's shattered, how can we carry on? Wipe all your tears, get rid of the worries. Mourning is not worthwhile. It could happen today, certainly by tomorrow the sun will shine and everyone will smile. It could happen today, certainly by tomorrow the sun will shine, yes, everyone will smile. The sun will shine, yes, everyone will smile. The sun will shine, yes, everyone will smile.
Please welcome Rabbi Lizzie Heidemann of Michigan, Chicago, and Natalie Baumke of Fox 32.
The songs we've heard tonight have been songs of protest, of mourning, of love, of lamentation, songs of anger and rest. And now, in this portion of the concert, we are going to enter songs of faith, of the inner spirit. Foundational to my work has been taking the heart and the essence of the spiritual technologies we have inherited and translating them for a modern audience. That's also been the work of creator Ira Antelis. To see, let's hear it for Ira. To see to the heart of what these artists created and then situate that in a way that gives access to us, all of us here tonight, so that we can learn and find empowerment through their songs, but through our ears, our voices, and our instruments in the case of the next song.
And that song was written by Leah Rudnitsky. She wrote Dremlin Fagel or Dreaming Birds for a child that she rescued. A dark lullaby. The song is about the child's parents who will not return. Leah was a true freedom fighter with the resistance in Vilna and was only 27 when she was arrested by the Gestapo and executed in the Treblinka death camp. Leah borrowed the melody from a pre-war song by the Soviet Yiddish composer Lev Yampolsky. Please welcome Grammy Award-winning harmonica artist Howard Levy.
Please welcome Leanne Schroeder of NBC5 and Lisa Fielding of WBBM Radio.
Ta-da! It's nice to be tall. There you go. All right. Thank goodness for apple boxes. All right, this concert is not the only place where music from the ghettos and camps is being performed. In some cases, these songs are kept alive by the family of the writers themselves. Ghetto songwriter Abraham Simkin's daughter Diane currently teaches media at Pace University and is still performing Yiddish repertoire, including her father's work. When we reached out to her, she sent this story.
In July 1941, my parents, Etta and Abraham Sipkin, along with all the Jews of Kovno, Lithuania, were forced into the ghetto by the Nazis. Over time, their possessions were taken and thousands were killed. Some were luckier for a while. The Nazis put them in slave labor brigades and worked them from morning to night. My papa, frequently the leader of an aerodrome brigade, wrote his most famous song, Soros und Leid, Pain and Sorrow, because of what he saw and experienced there. He married his words to a popular Russian ballad by Alexander Gurlev entitled The Broad Stormy Sea.
Here to sing Sordas the Unlad is our actor Jake Laka and WTTW's Chicago Tonight host Paris Schutz.
Come here, my friends, and let us all sing along a song that cries out from our hearts. Come tell me your stories, the way life is now, though everything's torn apart. Sing us a song from your heart.
Mornings are gray and it's dark in the streets. Bones ache, I'm always in pain. My clothes are all torn, they're all tangled and wet. I guess it's the price that we pay. I guess it's the price that we pay. La la la, la la la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
Small little kids carry gravel and stone, get beat where the rod just for fun. Their strength slowly fading, their eyes shadow with tears, lost in a world they're all numb. You can't understand what they've done.
My hands are so thin and my body is tired. We suffer through hell every day. We call out to God as we pray and we pray. Let me just live one more day. Let me just live one more day. La la la, la la la, la 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 la, la la la, la la la, la 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 la. Somewhere within find your strength. 'Cause one day you wait, this will come to an end. And all of this hate, it will fade. We pray and we wait for that day.
Please welcome back to the stage the We Are Here Band. Grammy Award-winning pianist and music director, Lee Musiker. On clarinet, Michael Winograd. On accordion, Will Holzhauser. On violin, Alicia Svigals. On bass, Jeffrey Carney. On drums and percussion, Richie Barchet. And please welcome Rabbi Stephen Stark Lowenstein of Congregation Am Shalom and Michael Simon of Northwestern Hillel.
Saul Schenker survived both the Kovno ghetto in German-occupied Lithuania and Dachau concentration camp in Germany, leading services, writing, and composing throughout. At the end of the war in 1945, Schenker continued to serve as a cantor and lead services in post-war displaced persons camps, helping, in his way, to heal the wounds and elevate the spirits of survivors, almost as if he was repairing the broken glass of Kristallnacht. From both his detailed storytelling and his unique point of view, Nit Eier Mazel describes how it felt to arrive at the ghetto and what vulnerable prisoners had to do to avoid hard labor. In this song, the vivid depiction of human stories in a deeply dehumanizing context serves as Schenker's testimony of his own personal experience.
During the Shoah, the Nazis restricted Jews from journaling and documenting life in the ghettos and camps from the inside. So songs are some of the only firsthand accounts that could survive. This song and the music we are hearing tonight serve the crucial function of bearing witness. In addition to the music, instruments themselves became vessels of memory. For this song, our violinist will be playing one of the Violins of Hope, an internationally renowned collection of more than 90 lovingly restored string instruments, each of which tells a compelling story related to the Holocaust. Thank you to the JCC for bringing the Violins of Hope to We Are Here for their final Chicagoland appearance of 2023. Here to sing, our community producer and Northwestern alum, Maddie Burton, and musical theater performer, Becca Suskauer, whose grandmother is a survivor.
My trousers, just look at his shoes. Give him a furlough, and I want one too. It's not in the stars for you to be free. Hard labor alone is your destiny. No furloughs for you. I've run out of strength, there's no more to do. Give me a furlough as you are a Jew. It's not in the stars for you to be free. Hard labor alone is your destiny. No furloughs for you, not in your dreams. Tomorrow we must have our workforce complete. Deborah comes to the medical office, her nose bundled up in a handkerchief poultice. Dearest Herr Doctor, do grant a day's leave. Let curses rain down on the white hat police. I sat on the grass for a moment's repose. One came charging over and stomped on my nose. It's not in the stars for you to be free. Hard labor alone is your destiny. No furloughs for you, not in your dreams. Tomorrow we must have our workforce complete. It's not in the stars for you to be free. Hard labor alone is your destiny. No furloughs for you, not in your dreams. Tomorrow we must have our workforce complete. It's not in the stars to be free.
Please welcome Rick Krosnick of the Jewish National Fund, USA.
Good evening. And now for a change of pace. Our next song tells the sardonic story of a man driven far from home in Markowczyzny, a small town near Białystok, Poland. It is based on a folk song popularized by renowned entertainer Pesach Burstein, who escaped Poland just days before the German invasion. Burstein went on to perform for the Yiddish diaspora on 4 continents, with words by H. Goldstein, said in English by Emmet Smith, like many others tonight. These satirical lyrics comment on the impossible orders given by Nazi guards and the contradicting realities of life in the labor camps. Here to sing Markowczyzny is Tony and Grammy nominee and my dear, dear friend for more years than I could want to count, Andrew Lippa and his husband, clarinetist Tom Rogowski.
Markowczyzny, Markowczyzny, I come from Markowczyzny, 12 hours away. Now I work barefoot and cold, 12 hours a day. I stand here breaking my back while they curse me out. Remaining alone, driven so far from home, I cry as they shout. Work harder, but make it faster too.
Your paycheck of nothing will show how well you do. So slog like a dog, but stand up with dignity. A bad day to be. From Markov's name. Now, Bialystok is my home, a crumbling nest. The noise, the stench, and the cold, food fit for a pest. We rise and shine with the sun, and we work till it's set. As each day turns to another, we turn to each other. How bad can it get? Work harder, but make it faster too. Your paycheck of nothing will show how well you do. So slog like a dog, but stand up with dignity. A bad day to be. From Markov, she's there. Never had a lesson. And he's my husband. In prison, we're all the same. We must fight to survive. So, we become family. Keep our brother alive. But when your brother needs food, and so when you're near unconscious from a lack of food. Work harder, but make it faster too. Your paycheck of nothing will show how well you do. So slog like a dog, but stand up with dignity. A bad day to me from Markov, she's there. Work harder, but make it faster too. Your paycheck of nothing will show how well you do. So slog like a dog, but stand up with dignity. A bad day to me. From Markov, she's there.
Please welcome Rabbi Shoshana Conover of Temple Sholem.
On the train from Warsaw to Treblinka, Reb Azriel David Fastag wrote a melody to one of Maimonides' principles of faith, Ani Ma'amin. I believe with perfect faith in the coming of the Messiah, and even though he may delay, I wait each day for him to arrive. While still on the train and already frail, Fastag asked that someone deliver his new nigun, this melody, to his mentor in New York. Heeding his call, 2 boys managed to jump off the train. Miraculously, one of the boys survived and made it all the way to New York, where he passed this song safely to Fastag's mentor, the Mozitzer Rabbi. Elie Weisel, the Nobel Peace Prize laureate who inspired this concert tonight, recalled how hearing the words of Ani Ma'amin on a particularly brutal forced march gave him and the other prisoners the strength not to crumble under the weight of despair. As much as Weisel was inspired by the faith expressed in Ani Ma'amin, I believe with perfect faith, he lamented in his memoir, Night, that no divine intervention stopped the carnage. Tonight we will listen as Reb Ezrael David Fastag's Nigun of Ani Ma'amin, sung by critically acclaimed musician Todd Kessler, comes to life with the words of Elie Wiesel's poem, Never Shall I Forget, read by Steppenwolf Theater's ensemble member, Tim Hopper.
Hamoshiach ani ma'amin bevias Hamoshiach bevias Hamoshiach ani ma'amin ani ma'amin ani ma'amin ani Moshiach ani ma'amin ve'af al pi shesmamea im kol ze ani ma'amin ve'af al pi shesmamea im kol ze ani ma'amin.
Never shall I forget that night, the first night in camp that turned my life into one long night, 7 times sealed.
Ani ma'amin, ani ma'amin, ani ma'amin.
Never shall I forget that smoke.
Ani ma'amin, ani ma'amin, ani ma'amin.
Never shall I forget the small faces of the children whose bodies I saw transformed into smoke under a silent sky. Never shall I forget those flames that consumed my faith forever. Never shall I forget the nocturnal silence that deprived me for all eternity of the desire to live.
Bevias HaMoshiach, Bevias HaMoshiach ani mami.
Never shall I forget those moments that murdered my God and my soul and turned my dreams to ashes.
Be'emunah shleimo.
Never shall I forget those things, even were I condemned to live as long as God Himself.
Shiach ani mami.
Never.
Bevias HaMoshiach ani mami.
Never shall I forget.
We want to thank all the performers, all the presenters, and we want to thank you for being here. Doesn't mean the show is over. You probably saw in the lobby this piece of art created by Blythe Mendelson. Amazing. We invite you to take out your glass tokens. By the way, Blythe made 1,800 of these. 1,800 of them. The small sculptures in each of our hands are held together in two distinct ways. Glue that holds the Jewish community together, and twine that ties all of humanity into one world. Many of the sculptures also contain the name of one of the countless synagogues that were destroyed 85 years ago on Kristallnacht. May we never forget. The art piece is partly finished, but in order to complete it, we need all of us, our community in this room. While we'll never be able to fix all the broken glass, we can take out our pieces and build a new world together in memory and in action. We invite you to pull the tab on your sculpture. Right? It's a little tab here. I don't know if you can see mine, but yes, light is emerging amongst the broken glass that we remember tonight. Each of us will carry the light of memory of our ancestors and our siblings of the human family, no matter one's faith. Through the darkest of history, when society literally fractures, small lights of optimism can sometimes break through. And when we come together, that light can build something beautiful. We're creating it right now. Please welcome the Consul General of Germany in Chicago, Michael Arends.
I am truly pleased to be here with you tonight. Our last story comes to us from a promise made in the German concentration camp Sachsenhausen. The Germany I represent today is committed to the remembrance of the Holocaust, its victims and survivors, and to the fight against anti-Semitism. I am grateful and humbled for the many acts of reconciliation and that I, as German representative,